Robert, what is the latest?
Yeah, we got some severe thunderstorms rolling through. They blew up very, very quickly. In fact, if you have plans to head to the AMP tonight to see, I believe it was the Avett brothers, they've just delayed the show by about a half hour. So just take that into consideration because we've got some bad weather rolling through here, and that's where we want to start with. You can see that line of storms, huge severe thunderstorm warning polygon here. This goes until 5:15. I'm expecting this to be extended with these severe thunderstorms. 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail are the main threats with these storms. Let's take you outside right now and show you what people are dealing with. This is our camera out in Rogers. If I can get it to work here. There we go. You can see traffic on I-49 very, very heavy out there as the rain continues to fall. Meanwhile, looking to the north from the Arkansas Children's Northwest Hospital, very dark sky. Still looks relatively dry in Springdale right now. And then in the Bentonville area, I believe that's where I had the camera last, right at the border, this is what the Walton Boulevard interchange, you can see still very, very rough conditions out there for drivers that are dealing with this severe thunderstorm that, as I said, really blew up relatively quickly over the last 45 minutes or so. And you can see there's that line of storms. Let's do a very quick timeout of those storms. The other thing I want to point out to everybody is these are not moving very quickly. These storms are moving at about 15 miles an hour, really crawling or trundling their way to the southeast. So 15 miles an hour, there are the towns that are in the path of this storm. Johnson, Fayetteville, the Razorback Stadium, anywhere in the path of these storms, you got to put that plan of action into place because we've already received damage reports of trees and limbs down in Garfield and in portions of Rogers. So these storms mean business, Brandon. We'll keep an eye on them and we'll have much more later in the newscast. Still very healthy looking tropical cyclone here on the infrared picture. Look how far the eye is inland and still has a very defined structure to it, still almost perfectly circular as it moves through Homa and makes its way just to the east of Thubo there, almost moving due north, that eye wall here. We do still have some cameras on I-10 over Lake Pontchartrain that are operational, and this looks like a terrifying drive across Lake Pontchartrain on Interstate 10. I have seen a few cars trying to make it. They've got winds gusting right around 100 miles an hour there. Hickory Creek up through Clear Point, Beaver Shores. You're also taking it. Montanay also seeing some of that very, very heavy rainfall. Zoom this out a little bit and we'll head a little bit further to the south. You'll be able to see Haberton, Wyman also dealing with the rain there. Sulphur City seeing the rain again. These storms have just crossed Interstate 49, which is right there. In fact, let me take you outside to show you what it looks like with some of these storms right now. So we'll start, oh, there we go. There's the Prairie Creek Marina. You can see reduced visibilities because the rain is coming down so heavily there and quite a bit of lightning as well. Some of that rain could break daily records by the middle of the week. That's what we're keeping our eye on. They say a picture says 1,000 words, and look at all the rain forecasted through Thursday night. You can see a general 2 to 6 inches perhaps across northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Now, these are changing numbers. They're changing with each model run. Hopefully, as we get closer to the event, those models will hone in more specifically, but quite a bit of rain is likely, which could lead to significant river flooding across northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. So if this could impact the Illinois, Arkansas, and White Rivers as well, all tributaries that we'll need to keep our eye on. We're pretty certain heavy rainfall is likely, especially Wednesday, which could lead to some flash flooding. Severe weather not out of the question, but a low shot in northwest Arkansas, a little bit higher chance across the River Valley. Darby's going to be back in a few minutes, break it all down for you coming up. Severe day for tomorrow. We're going to watch that snow develop, especially late Sunday morning. It will increase in coverage and intensity. Winds will pick up, so we'll have blowing and drifting. This could be a very light, fluffy, almost what I like to call pixie dust snow. So it'll be blowing around. It's easy to shovel, but it certainly blows around. Looking at a general 3 to 8 inches across the region, closer to that 8, 6, 7 inches. And maybe an outlier of 8 inches across extreme northwest Arkansas. River Valley, it looks like more of a 3 to 5, 3 to 6 inch range. And then, if that's not bad enough, we're watching life-threatening wind chills that could be as low as 25 below zero. Everybody except McDonald County in Missouri under a winter storm warning that goes into effect tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. through 6 p.m. Monday night. Here's a look at those temperatures. Everybody stuck in the teens and upper 20s across northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. It is cold, and with those winds, very cold. We're right around the 0 mark across northwest Arkansas, a little bit better in the River Valley, but those wind chills still bitterly cold across eastern sections of Oklahoma. We'll take you hour by hour. We're starting 1 a.m. Sunday. We'll watch that snow press its way into the region. Light and scattered snow tomorrow morning. If you've got plans for breakfast or church tomorrow morning, you should be okay. You can notice that once we get on the other side of the lunch hour, the coverage expands across for everybody. Single-digit temperatures here for northwest Arkansas. That is what's going to help make that light, fluffy, powdery snow. Snow continues throughout tomorrow night. Darker blues here, probably some moderate to heavy snow before it finally presses out of the area. More scattered snow showers possible throughout Sunday night and into Monday before everything wraps up. In terms of accumulations, like I said, a general 3 to 8 inches across the entire area. But I want to zoom in on northwest Arkansas. Small sliver of Benton County here, possibly 5 to 8 inches. It all depends on where some of those bands set up. River Valley, a straight 3 to 5, 3 to 6 inches, maybe a little bit higher on some of the highest ridge tops down near Paris and Mount Magazine. Then we focus on the wind chills. Monday, 5 a.m., 20 below 0 for northwest Arkansas. Not much better across the River Valley. Throughout the day, those numbers remain dangerously cold if you're headed out. Cover your exposed skin. Cover your pets up. It is extremely dangerous for them as well. With wind chills around 20 below, it takes about a half hour or less for you to begin to feel the effects of frostbite